after flipping ATV into canal, leaving teen trapped underwater for 11 minutes. Good day. I'm reporting today on a case that transformed a holiday joyride into a life sentence, not behind bars, but in a body that no longer responds. This is the story of Ryan McCue, a Florida man whose decision to drive drunk 3 days before Christmas 2023 left a 16-year-old girl permanently disabled and fighting for survival every single day. December 22nd, 2023. Jupiter Farms, Florida. The neighborhood was lit up with holiday decorations, families preparing for Christmas celebrations just 3 days away. That evening, Ryan McCue made a series of choices that would destroy multiple lives in a matter of seconds. McCue loaded 6 passengers into a Can-Am Defender, an off-road utility vehicle. He was intoxicated. The vehicle he chose to operate had no doors, no airbags, no seatbelts, not a single safety feature that might have made a difference in what was about to unfold. None of the passengers were restrained. They were simply along for what they thought would be a festive drive through the neighborhood to view Christmas lights. But please, before we continue with this investigation, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to Crime Stories. Your support helps us bring you in-depth coverage of cases that demand accountability and justice. Now, back to Jupiter Farms. Ryan McCue was not just driving that night, he was speeding. Investigators determined he was traveling at 45 miles per hour in a zone posted at 30, in an off-road vehicle, with 6 unrestrained passengers, while legally intoxicated. At a T-intersection, McCue failed to stop. He blew through the junction, lost complete control of the Can-Am Defender, and the vehicle flipped violently into a canal. What happened next would alter the course of Makayla Mullins' life forever.
Okay. Who was driving?
Not sure.
You not sure who was driving?
No.
Sir, were you in the side-by-side? Sir?
No.
Were you in the side-by-side?
I was in it, yeah.
Were you driving?
No.
Okay.
16-year-old Makayla Mullins was thrown from the vehicle during the crash. She landed in the canal and became pinned underwater. For nearly 11 minutes, this teenager was submerged, unable to breathe, unable to call for help, trapped beneath the wreckage while precious seconds ticked away. Those 11 minutes underwater stopped Makayla's heart. When first responders arrived at the scene, they immediately began efforts to save her life. They pulled her from the canal and initiated CPR. For 10 minutes, paramedics worked to restart her heart, to bring her back from the edge of death. 10 minutes of chest compressions. 10 minutes of rescue breathing. 10 minutes before Makayla Mullins took her first breath. Medical experts will tell you that the brain begins to suffer irreversible damage after just 4 to 6 minutes without oxygen. Makayla Mullins went approximately 20 minutes without adequate oxygen reaching her brain, 11 minutes underwater, and another 9 or 10 before respiration was restored.
I'm doing better than ever else at the moment. You guys okay? As best you can be at the moment. Any major injuries that you're just shaken up? Anything major?
No, I didn't get hurt anything.
Okay. And everyone's out of that we know of that's accountable, okay? Who all was driving?
There was 6 of us.
There's 6 of you?
It was my dad.
Your dad was driving? Okay. Do you want a place to sit with like heat?
Yeah, my father who lives, I'm in town.
Okay.
My dad who used to work for Palm Beach County Fire Rescue.
Okay.
That's probably
him ripping up here?
Yeah, probably.
That's fair.
He's 2 blocks over,
No,
so I called him for my watch. I think my phone's in there.
Okay, no worries. I just need y'all to stick around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
We're going to stick around.
Go get yourself in a car and taken care of. And thank you, ma'am.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
You need my name.
I'll get it from you in a minute. I'll get all the.
Perfect.
Just take care of her.
Sit right.
No, take care of her first. Yeah. I got it. Take care of her.
The damage was catastrophic. But while Makayla lay dying in that canal, while bystanders rushed to help, while other passengers struggled in the water, Ryan McCue made another choice. Instead of helping, instead of calling for emergency services, instead of taking responsibility for what he had just done, McCue stole a cell phone from a bystander at the scene. And he ran.
Get over here now! On the ground, now! On the ground!
Chill out.
Get on the ground, now!
Chill out.
Get on the ground!
I haven't done anything
Get
wrong.
on the ground now!
I haven't done anything wrong.
On the ground!
I haven't done anything wrong.
Hand behind your back.
I haven't done anything
Give me
wrong.
your fucking hands.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Hey, that's not your phone. And you're running from a crash with serious bodily injuries.
No, I wasn't. I was just on the phone. I was just on the
14,
phone.
I got one.
I was just on the phone.
Still working on getting him detained.
I was just on the phone. That's all, dude. I was riding the back seat.
Okay.
I was just on the phone.
Stop. 14, I got one detained.
I was just on the back seat.
Okay.
I was just on the phone. No big deal, man.
McCue fled the scene on foot, leaving behind the wreckage, leaving behind the injured passengers, leaving behind Makayla Mullins as she fought for her life. When Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputies eventually caught up with him, McCue did something that revealed the depth of his cowardice.
It is a big deal.
Well, I was just on the back seat.
I just need a car to put him in.
I was just on the phone.
Yeah. This is gonna be your phone? Alright. You can clear traffic. Can you just go back to the scene for me?
I was just on the phone, man.
That's not your phone.
Well, yeah, it's on my phone, bag.
Okay.
I was just on the phone, man. Yeah.
Yeah, go east on 159th. I'm right there. Have a good.
I was just in the back seat, man.
Okay.
I was just on the phone.
That's fine. Come on up.
Chilling, dude.
Come on up.
Cause you got screaming after me, dude. What's you run for? Cause you're screaming after me. Who are you?
He lied. McCue claimed he was not the driver of the vehicle, despite the fact that witnesses saw him behind the wheel, despite the evidence that would later prove his culpability beyond any doubt, despite knowing that a teenage girl might be dying because of his actions. Ryan McCue looked law enforcement in the eye and denied responsibility. Makayla Mullins did survive that night, but the word survive hardly captures the reality of her condition. The anoxic brain injury she suffered, injury caused by lack of oxygen to the brain, was severe and permanent. Makayla cannot walk. She cannot talk. She cannot swallow. She cannot eat on her own. This 16-year-old girl, who should be finishing high school, learning to drive herself, making plans for college, spending time with friends, requires round-the-clock medical care. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for the rest of her life, Makayla Mullins will need someone to perform the basic functions that her brain can no longer command her body to do. During court proceedings, the prosecutor made a statement that cuts to the heart of this tragedy. Standing before the judge, with Makayla's family present, the prosecutor said, "For all intents and purposes, that child died." Legally, Makayla Mullins is alive. Her heart beats. She breathes. But the girl she was, the life she should have lived, ended in that canal on December 22, 2023. Ryan McCue eventually accepted responsibility for his actions, though only after being confronted with overwhelming evidence. He entered a guilty plea to multiple charges: driving under the influence causing serious bodily injury, child neglect, reckless driving, and leaving the scene of an accident with injuries. The criminal justice system was left to determine what price McCue should pay for stealing Makayla's future. How do you quantify the value of a young life? How do you sentence someone for a crime that results in a living death? The court sentenced Ryan McCue to 13 years in the Florida Department of Corrections, followed by 20 years of probation. 33 years total, during which McCue will be under some form of state supervision. 13 years in prison. McCue will likely be released in his 30s or 40s, still with the majority of his life ahead of him. He will walk out of prison on his own. He will be able to speak, to eat, to make his own choices about where to go and what to do. Makayla Mullins will never have those options again. This case raises questions that communities across America continue to grapple with. How many times do we see stories like this? How many families are destroyed because someone made the decision to drive while intoxicated? How many victims are left with permanent, life-altering injuries because someone chose to get behind the wheel impaired? According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, approximately 30 people die in drunk driving crashes every single day in the United States. That is one person every 48 minutes. In 2022 alone, over 13,000 people were killed in alcohol-impaired driving crashes. But the statistics do not capture cases like Makayla's, victims who survive but whose lives are irrevocably changed. These are the invisible casualties of drunk driving, people who require lifelong medical care, whose families become full-time caregivers, whose potential is stolen but whose suffering continues. The Mullins family now faces not just the emotional devastation of watching their daughter exist in this condition, but also the crushing financial burden of her care. Round-the-clock medical supervision, specialized equipment, therapies, medications. The costs are staggering and endless. Ryan McCue made multiple decisions that night. He decided to drink. He decided to drive. He decided to speed. He decided to load